Well, the model is broken because the world of sport is really facing what can only be described as a perfect storm at the moment. At the top, you've got a complete collapse in the reputations and the brand values of the governing bodies that control sport. Football, obviously, most markedly, but other sports recently are coming into the fray. So a complete collapse of trust at the top, whilst at the bottom you've got a really long-term shift going on in the way that ordinary people consume sport, both what they consume and the way that they consume it, which is being driven by a new type of technology, largely driven by mobile. Well, mobile really is a game changer when it comes to the way in which fans consume sport. I think even though this is still in its infancy, mobile is still a relatively new technology. It has an awful long way to go. But what's different about mobile is that it's not just a channel. I suppose in many senses, it's a bit like saying that it's a telly. It's a collection of channels that people have selected, usually opted in to receive, and they're consuming media on a device which contains lots of things that they've clearly expressed some kind of preference to engage in. But more importantly, they're experiencing this wave of content, if you like, that sits right next door to all the social contacts that they have as an individual, because it's in their mobile handset. So this combination of, I suppose, content on the one hand and social connection on the other hand that is unique, and what brings mobile, I suppose, what makes mobile an incredibly potent new way of experiencing sport, and brands need to understand how to work with that. An app is like a sifting device in a sense, in that it allows you to personalize your interest in sport and receive content that specifically ticks that interest. So from a targeting perspective, an app, if you like, is like, it's like a laser. It allows you to get far closer to what the motivations are of the people that are actually engaged in the sport that you're trying to use. So as an engagement tool, it's hard to think of anything that is more intimate, more timely, or indeed more relevant.